stock south with you, and I don't know. Sandy's off at a garage sale, and I thought you might like seeing some of the things she's been working on. I guess she's going to take them up to her the booth she has up at the Slatington Antique Center. But and this stuff all sells very nicely. Get right down to it, but rather interesting stuff. For instance, a lot of this, she does well finding little hunks of metal that have interest, old tools and such. And like this. Here, look at this thing. Huh? Talk about a toothpick. Yeah, I think if I put it up against the... Look at the prongs on that baby, huh? Yeesh. I guess, I'm assuming... Here, let me back off from it a little bit. I'm assuming some guy used that for... Whoops, sorry, my hand got in the way. I tell you, hand, get out of the way. Oh, okay. Yeah. And they... This must have been for hay or straw, I suppose, something loose and light. Although I'll bet you by the end of the day, nothing felt too light if you worked all day in the hot sun out in the field with that thing. These, we have absolutely no idea what they are. It's aluminum, I think aluminum, because it's actually very light. But look, there's all these little holes. Now, is this something for, like, you lay it down and you paint? Is it an extruder? Something for extruding? Again, I have absolutely no idea. Sandy either. She's scratching her head on it. Whoever she got it off of didn't seem to know much about it either. What else do we got here? Well, here's again, yeah, very thin, as you see, and yet, who knows? She got this. Now you say, oh, gee, that's just a box for carrying things. Yes, but a guy built this. He must have taken, one day and just got himself some plywood and whatever. And look, he reinforced all the corners, the bottom of it. He made himself a nice carrying handle. And, you can just sort of, if you touch it, you can sort of just feel the guy's work on it. Look, extra nails. Yeah, see, for holding the centerpiece. He took little pieces of molding to, this guy really went to town on this. No wonder it's still here after maybe 70, 80 years. He evidently, it looks like he used it for nails. Nails, roofing nails, regular nails, and then he's got different other items marked along the edges. It's rather cool. I guess he just had himself some scrap wood and he built it. Now we had that one fork that was just a few what do you call it, tangs on it. This one, look at that thing. Holy mackerel. Whoo, boy, could that do a number on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 prongs. Yee. Look out, mama. And then Sandy got another one of these things, these extruders. I'm assuming that's either an extruder or some kind of, what do you call it? You lay it down, you spray paint. Maybe it was something for decorating somehow. But you see, it's all like snowflake motif. Get right down to it. I have absolutely no idea. And like I said, neither does the wife. Doesn't seem to make sense, whatever the heck it is. Because it seems like everything's too close together. But then again, maybe once the painting was done, then they cut. Maybe they cut once it was painted. Maybe they cut the design out with a circle around it somehow. I don't know. Although that doesn't look like it could be done. This would get in the way. Maybe it was for wallpaper. I don't know. It absolutely doesn't make sense. There's some writing here, but I can't quite read it. And that's not glass. No, this is it's like aluminum. Interesting. Anyway. Oh, and then another box. Again, this fella built a nice carrying box. This is it says something on it. What's that say? David S. Brown Extra. I'd have no idea, but it's from New York City, evidently. David S. Brown perforated, I think. Gosh, I can't read it. But it's Robert's soap. Okay, it's perfumed soap. Again, made by the Brown Company in New York. I'm assuming New York City. That was probably a box for soap, and then whoever it was made himself a nice carrying case. There you go, for his tools and stuff. And then speaking of tools, I know what this is. This is for raking the fire in a boiler firebox. Not a big boiler firebox, but this would have got the clunkers, all the coal that kind of congeals, kind of sticks together as it burns. After a while, you get just too big of a clunker, and it turns to ash, and it's in the way, of fresh coal. So you rake it out with this. You would, gosh, don't let me break the table. So you just kind of, and that would be hot work. This evidently was hand forged, it looks to me. Some guy who knew what he was doing, cutting metal and working with molten metal, did this. It was absolutely amazing. Anyway, I just thought you'd like to see some of these things. I'll tell you, the people from the old days were pretty cool. You get right down to it. Huh? I know. Cool stuff. Anyway, I thought you might like it. Doc South signing off. I got to get this all put back, or I'll catch the devil. But I thought I'd just point out some of the cool things Sandy's up to. I sure admire her, the way she gathers stuff up. She's really getting pretty good at it, I gotta say. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. Thank you, and God bless.